Hi everybody, Cecile Ahrens here with Get Mental Radio and Podcast. How are you guys doing? I hope that you're hanging in there and staying positive. It's Saturday afternoon here in San Diego, California, and it's week three ish, four of this self isolation shelter in place order. And I just wanted to, spend some time talking about people who are actually living alone and are isolated, because I know some people in my life who are in that situation, and it's a very different struggle than too much family time. Last week I talked about too much family time. This week I want to support and advocate for people who are living alone. Their struggle is very different, very real. The loneliness, the deep, deep, deep sense of loneliness can creep in and is the hardest thing that I'm hearing from friends and people I support. And as you can imagine, it makes perfect sense. So if you are unfortunately finding yourself self in this predicament, I cannot emphasize the importance of reaching out. You have to reach out. You have to let your needs be known. You have to initiate, because you know not everybody is going to always remember to reach out to you. I know I try with a lot of my friends who are living by themselves, or a handful of friends who are living by themselves, but even then, it's easy for someone like me, a mom, to get carried away with the day-to-day stuff. So please reach out. Let people know how you're doing, how you're feeling, what you need. If difficulties persist, if the loneliness feels like it's constant and chronic and leading into other issues, depression, anxiety, behavioral stuff, like you're isolating, maybe you're drinking too much or eating too much, you find yourself crying a lot, you're physically not feeling well, those are usually telltale signs that things are becoming, a lot more impactful and serious. And that's usually a good time to reach out to a professional, a support group. I know there's a lot of virtual online support groups going on. So, take advantage of what's out there and know that you are not alone. You are not alone. And there are millions, if not billions, of people who feel similarly. And we really need to, do our part in helping ourselves, but also support each other. And usually it's in service to others, and it's when we're extending ourselves to others that we also start to feel better, because it takes some of the focus away from us, and it also lets us remember that everyone has their own cross to bear, especially with this pandemic. Nobody is immune. Nobody is special enough that they're not going to be impacted by it. Even Bill Gates, I was listening to an interview of him, and he, you know, the news anchor was saying, well, how does someone like you become impacted by this when you pretty much have everything? And he was talking about feeling isolated and missing having face-to-face live meetings with people, and missing like hanging out with his social circle in the flesh. So this is who we are as human beings. We are wired to relate. We are wired to connect. That's why there's a lot of mental health and medical problems that surface when we're not connected. This is so real and so true and so normal and so valid. So please, if you know anybody who is living alone, see if you can commit to checking in on them, checking in with them, staying connected to them, even if it feels like they are not very responsive. Don't give up on them, because you just don't know how bad that person may be experiencing loneliness or other things. Because this stuff can bring up stuff from the past. I mean, I have a lady I was supporting yesterday, and being alone brought up all of her abandonment stuff from her parents. And It's real and it belongs, but it's also very dangerous if you don't talk about it and you don't get support, because you can really start to believe the narratives that your mind is creating under these circumstances. You know, it can get dark pretty fast for some of us. So we have to be careful and protect and nurture our mental health the way we protect our physical health, right? Right now we have a virus that's, really dangerous to us. It's the same thing with our mind and our mental health. We need to, like we go to the gym, right, to work out, to stay healthy. We need a mental gym and connection and a feeling of solidarity is one of the best things you can do for your mental health. And like I said, if symptoms persist or worsen, or it's you're just feeling like this is not good, this is not healthy, trust that and seek out the help of a professional. It can really, really be literally life changing. For those of you who've never done it before, it's you're just talking to somebody who is skilled and knowledgeable and hopefully a good match for you, because that's a really important piece, who is really in your corner and just wants to see you succeed, who has no other agenda than to really help you make sense of your thoughts and feelings and work on the goals that you have for yourself. So it's a therapist and can be a really awesome part of your team, if you want to live a healthy, happy life. If you have insurance, telehealth, that's online counseling, phone or video, it's covered. Some of them are even waiving the copays. If you don't have insurance, I know people like us, we offer a sliding scale. If you don't know our practice, it's called Transcend Therapy, and you can go online to check us out and get more information. TranscendTherapyCA.com, TranscendTherapyCA.com. And we're in California, so if you live in California, we could provide telehealth services to you. If you don't live in California and you just want information, please message us, email us, transcendtherapy@gmail.com, transcendtherapy@gmail.com. And soon, I'm happy to announce we're going to have a website too for Get Mental. It's going to be called thegetmentalshow.com. And we're going to have a lot more resources and courses and even merchandise over there. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, back to, if you're living alone and feeling isolated, self-care is key. I know, especially when you're depressed, it feels so counterintuitive to get up and do things and get ready and, change your clothes. It's really important that you do that. And the trick is to not wait until you feel like it. If you're prone to depression and isolation, the trick is to not wait until you feel like it, because most likely you're not going to feel like it, and then you won't do it, right? So you have to almost expect that this is going to be hard, it's going to be a drag, but do it anyway. Do it anyway, okay? And just one baby step at a time. I always talk about this. You don't have to know all the steps, of how to connect with somebody, but just start with the first step. Start with the next best step, Maybe that means texting somebody. Maybe that means calling somebody. Maybe that means looking up a virtual support group online. Whatever it is, just start and know that you're not alone. And, most of the time, people can't support us if they don't know that we need support and what we need support in. So we're part of the equation. We're part of this relationship. We have to also initiate. So that's that, you guys. If you live in San Diego and you need immediate support, you need someone to talk to in the middle of the night, you can't sleep, you're feeling really bad, please call our 24/7, 365 a day Access and Crisis line. It's 888-724-7240, 888-724-7240. And I'm pretty sure most cities and communities have their own version of these hotlines, of these crises lines. The thing is, you don't really literally have to be in crisis to call them. And if that's not your goal, you just want to find out about resources, you can call them too for that. They're a good kind of one-stop shop, first stop kind of resource to start off with. And of course, like I said, telehealth, really consider that. There's a lot of free, and affordable counseling going on right now. And yeah, reach out and go back to basics. Get up. Just try to get up at the same time every day. Try to go to bed at the same time every day. Try to eat healthy if you can. If, of course, give yourself permission to eat a pizza, cake, whatever you want to eat, but meaning just also try to nurture your health, because that impacts our mood severely, or significantly. Go for a walk. Again, don't wait until you feel like it. Have a shower. Don't wait until you feel like it. All these little things can make a huge difference. What I really love to do personally is I look at the things, or I reflect on the things I am grateful for. And some days when I'm in a funk, and I'm not feeling especially grateful about, stuff, I will think about it a different way. I will ask myself, okay, then what can I be grateful for, right? So maybe I'm not feeling grateful right now for whatever reason, but what can I be grateful for? And sometimes just that shift helps me remember like all these other things that are happening, that usually happens when I'm PMSing. It's like a negative filter on my life. So I find ways to take care of myself during that time. But anyway, I hope you guys get the point. It's really about taking the steps to help yourself, reaching out to other people, taking responsibility for your mental health, and just taking the next best step, the first baby step. You don't have to know all the steps. Just start somewhere, and you'll be surprised, how many people want to be there for you and want to show up for you. And if you're one of those people who are thinking, well, there's really no one there, there's nobody there who cares about me and so forth, that is the time to consider professional support, because a lot of times those are, not 100% true statements, false beliefs, probably coming from, beliefs you've held since you were a younger person. In my years of experience doing this, a lot of times when you have those kinds of kind of all or nothing, very limiting beliefs, that comes from a place of a lot of pain and trauma and hurt. And I know that firsthand, because that used to be me, and that used to be my life. So I'm not just, giving this kind of advice because I learned it in school. I mean, yes, of course that helps, but these are also from my own lived experience. And maybe sometimes I sound kind of too hard on you guys, but really it's, my life turned around because I surrendered to it, meaning I just decided that I have to take full responsibility for my life and my choices, and that it doesn't matter that my uncle sexually abused me. It doesn't matter that I was physically abused. It doesn't matter that we were poor, and that, there was all this trauma around that. Like, yes, that happened, but, it's not my fault, but it's my responsibility now, right, as an adult, to heal and do everything I can to move on. And so that's where that comes from when I say that. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you guys, take care, be safe, reach out to people, especially the ones you think are suffering and alone. And if you're on the other side, reach out to others and let them know how you're doing, and ask for support. It's okay. We're all in this together. No one is like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's up and down. It's up and down. And we're here for you. Get Mental is here for you. Transcend Therapy is here for you. Hit us up, Facebook message us, or go to our website, transcendtherapyca.com. Okay, bye for now, you guys. Take care. Bye.